question.
We know you, that's all. You're one of us. How does it feel to be in New York?
It feels very good. It feels, very important. It feels that you have part of your heart which stays in here, because I lived my life here for 4 years. And, I have so many friends, I have so many emotions, so many memories, and of course it's a very important thing.
And today we're welcoming the Prime Minister, Pashinyan. Thank you. It was a very busy weekend for Armenian Americans as they welcomed Pashinyan. We all have heard of Pashinyan stopping in Los Angeles before he came to New York. And the message was always the same. And in Los Angeles, for example, he spoke about how he wants Armenians to come to Yerevan this Christmas and celebrate New Year in Yerevan. And he hopes that in celebrating New Year and Christmas in the capital of Yerevan, that will create more business and the whole city will be much more alive. But throughout his appearances in California and also in New York, he spoke about the systematic corruption that has been eradicated in Armenia. He spoke about the authority of the monopolies and oligarchs that have been eliminated in Armenia, and no more shadow economy. That whole thing is being overcome in Armenia. And all international organizations are taking more and more optimistic economic assessments regarding of Armenia, by more and more increasing growth projections for Armenia. All this speaks well for the accomplishments of the government. And Pashinyan has always been quick to remind us that we are planning for a greater future. We are building that future together today, he says. In New York, there was a major gathering at the Kavukchan Auditorium, which we captured in this video. It was on Tuesday evening, September the 24th, as promised. He had the town hall meeting, and he was welcomed into the Kavukchan auditorium of the diocese with very, very warm applause, with a lot of standing ovation and a lot of excitement. The place was packed to capacity. There were always over 600-700 people in attendance, and the videos showed. Also appearing in the community where the church's leadership, the princes of the Armenian Church, many priests, including the primate Danielian and the prelate Anushavan Danielian. It was a very, very impressive group of people, including the leadership of the community, were there sitting in the front rows, and all the people responded to Pashinyan's comments. There's a lot that was covered, and one of the questions was, what is the most important thing in Armenia today? What is it that keeps Pashinyan awake at night? And he said the most important thing is the wages and salaries of many people who are underpaid and have been working with much less pay than they deserve. And the fact that they were able to collect so much money from the corrupt officials of the government, they are now using that money to pay the people who are employed. Very soon, he said, teachers will be getting more money, civil servants will get more money, etc., etc. So that was a major accomplishment, and he said that we want more finer men to work for the government, and to do that, he says, we have to pay them more, because otherwise they will always be looking for and finding work, employment outside of the government. Another very important thing, people asked him, how come things are taking more time to move ahead, move forward? Not too much has been accomplished. And for that, Pashinyan said much has been accomplished. And if you look at it very closely, you will see we've eradicated corruption, and we have taken care of the economy. We are proud of the economy. Overall, the mood of the community was very, very positive. Overall, the response to the many questions were very, very clear. However, one thing was that needs to be looked into in the future is that there were many American Armenians who could not follow what Pashinyan had to say. I know for a fact that outside in the hall of the Kavukchan auditorium, at least one person, was leaving the place very early, and she told me, I've driven 2 hours from Connecticut and I understood not a single word that Pashinyan had to say. What I think we should look into the future is make the message of Pashinyan or any member of the leadership of Armenia more clear, so that the American Armenians, or the people, Armenians who do not understand the Armenian, and many Armenians who cannot comprehend or follow the Eastern Armenian, could be part of the game, follow the message, and support Pashinyan more closely.